let's do your makeup today. And I wanted to just tell you a story. About how we were idiots when we were kids. Sorry, let me just get your cheeks. You know, I already told you how I tried to make a sentient robot fully functioning when I was 10 years old by pooping on a pile of scrap metal in hopes that the organic material would mix with the scrap metal that me and my best friend pooped on, in the hopes that it would build a robot after we gave up trying to put it together ourselves. Well, there was another time. See, we weren't the brightest kids. If my poop story didn't quite cue you in, this is how we almost got away with trespassing. But through our own stupidity, got ourselves into trouble when we didn't have to be at all. You see, we liked push your lips. We liked traveling through the woods. Hiking. Actually, let me do this one more time. And on this day, we decided we would go further than we ever had before. So we end up wandering through the woods until we discover a new neighborhood that we've never seen before. So, we wander out to this neighborhood. And we're like investigating, this is new lands. We're exploring. We've come out of the woods. This is like new people. It's like our neighborhood. Except it isn't. So we wander out into this house. We emerge slowly into this person's backyard that we don't know. It's manicured, mowed grass. And we're just slowly creeping up towards someone's house. Not supposed to be there. We have no business here. And we're just like walking up. We get up right next to this house. Strange house that we have never seen before. And as we are pulling up to this house, a car pulls up the driveway. And, the owner of the house, whatever, they pull up. And it's a woman. And she is quite surprised to see 7 little boys standing in her driveway who had just wandered out of the woods. she goes full, "This is private property. What are you doing here?" And to which we're like stunned because, reasonably so, this woman is upset. And we don't want to get in trouble. Just get the corner of your eye here. Your other eye. Just real tight here. So, here we are, standing at this lady's house. She is like demanding, "This is private property. What are you doing here?" And we're all looking at each other like, who's gonna get us out of this situation we're in? And I look at my buddy, who he's probably the oldest. He's my best friend. He's a year older than me. We have, it's probably like a solid 5 years of age from the oldest to the youngest. So I look at my best friend, who just a couple weeks earlier had agreed to poop on a pile of scrap metal in the middle of the woods with me in the hopes of making it a robot. Like I said, this is the brains we're working with here. So my best friend looks at the lady. He's bold. He puffs up his chest. He looks her dead in the eye, and he says, "I'm sorry, ma'am. We're lost." Which the lady's like, "You're lost?" It's at this point where the fact that some of us are, the age difference is 5 years, because one of the younger kids in the group, my best friend's younger brother, he proceeds to lift his arm, point back, and if you look, the woods goes down into a ridge, and then it rises, and then just through the other side of this ridge, you can make out the tops of houses. These tops of houses represent our neighborhood, our houses, where we came from. So when my best friend, the older brother, said, "We're lost," the younger brother thought he'd be helpful by pointing back at the houses, looking at the lady and going, "No, we're not. We live right there." At which point, my best friend and I make eye contact, give each other the "oh shit." And then we start begging for mercy. We're like, "We're sorry, ma'am. We don't mean to be on your property. We will be off as soon as humanly possible. We are gone. We are sorry. We didn't mean to come up here." And so we turned and we headed back for the woods. And we went back in. And we got marched straight across. Got back home, where we promptly looked at the little brother like, "What the hell's the matter with you?" And we laughed hysterically at his stupidity. We just laughed, you know? What can you do? So we laughed at him, and we vowed to never go back there again. You know, I think I lived in that neighborhood long time, a lot of adventures, a lot. We were always adventuring, but we never went that way again. We never entered that neighborhood. We were just happy the lady never went further. We never heard from her after we left. We got home and that was it. That's the story. And you look beautiful, by the way. And it is windy, by the way. Okay, good night.